Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. My I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is going on? What are you doing here?
Woo!
Who did that?
I
think we just left it that way by mistake.
Why would it have been him, though? I showed my picture, but I didn't set him to solo.
I think he was showing something close up. No? Well, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Flippity, flappity.
Anyway, what's up, guys?
Get off start right away, yeah.
Technical difficulty right out of the bat. You don't want to just me big full screen on your damn TVs. No, this is Death Curse Society. This is Monday Maniacs. I'm Red Crank, Zigzag, the Colonel, and FaZe are right over there. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's busy. It's a busy week.
It is.
It is. Got a million things to do before we depart here.
Yeah, we do.
A couple of days.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. There he goes.
Oh, gotta go poop.
Yeah, he might have caught something. I don't know. We were testing some audio gear, too, at the same time. So if you hear anything weird, just relax. We're working through it. All right.
There we go. Right.
Yeah.
And welcome back.
Yeah, I said I'd be right back.
Yeah.
That was a quick one. You got a little bucket right next to you? Just
No, I had to turn off a speaker over there. So.
See?
Yes. Did you say what's up, Ziggy?
I just saying, I was telling them, we were testing some audio equipment for this coming week, for probably a week from tonight, as a matter of fact. So
that's right.
We'll be live and in the streets of Albuquerque. I don't know if we can say just yet, but somewhere. It's going to be a good time.
Well, hopefully not in the street. I don't want you guys to get hit by a car or anything.
Kind of is in the street.
At least be on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think there's at least a fence there, so we should be mostly okay. So
yeah, I think they have those parking barricades too. If someone tried to jump the thing.
Yeah, we'll make an announcement. Actually, I think we, as long as Ziggy, you, FaZe, good with that spot.
Yeah.
Right? We will make an announcement later on tonight. Then, so it won't be. Yeah, it won't be necessarily a huge formal announcement, but it should be interesting. Colonel, I noticed you're not in your normal location, nor are you wearing the official DCS colors or gear. What's the issue tonight? You son of a bitch.
Pretty sure we all know what's going on tonight. So I will.
No, because 90% of our audience doesn't give a shit about sports. So
in 22 minutes, the Colonel will not be paying attention.
No. It should be interesting. I'll mute myself if I need to get vocal.
Who are they even playing?
Who dey?
The Commanders.
Commanders. Oh yeah, fuck.
Oh, Washington.
Colonel, I'm just saying. My one fantasy team, I have the Washington quarterback and the defense started.
Oh,
You do realize we're Okay.
I know,
The
dude.
quarterback, to be fair, the Bengals historically let rookie quarterbacks look like fucking Pro Bowlers. So we'll see how it goes. But we did hold Patrick Mahomes to his lowest, amount of yards a week ago.
I'm
so
hip.
We'll see.
I'm hating it, and I only took the defense there because of it's a cheap salary. That's the only thing. All right, I'm done with it.
Yeah, we're done. We don't need
Who
DC.
day. Lions won. It's all good.
Who day?
Yeah.
Who day?
Fingers crossed for a 3-way tie for second place in the division at 1 and 2. That's it. Now I'm done.
FaZe, what's going on with you?
Not a whole lot. I did a corn maze on Saturday. It was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Just a regular corn maze, not a haunted corn maze.
No, it's not quite that time yet, but we're gonna be doing one up in October here.
Aren't they all haunted?
In a way, I mean, there were definitely some noises at this one that were not human, but it could have been any animal. It was on a farm, one of those deals. It was a fun time.
I remember when Ziggy and I were up in the Kansas City area for Crypticon back in 2019.
Yeah.
We're cruising to. I mentioned it the other couple weeks ago. We're cruising to a place called the Tin Kitchen, which I'd found, which was supposedly a high quality barbecue place.
Almost fucking killed him.
He almost did. Well, he almost killed me on the way there, and then the food almost killed me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The food almost killed him.
Well, because I had to eat it all. Anyway, but getting there was an adventure in and of itself because I introduced Ziggy to the cornfields of Kansas and Missouri, basically, because it was at least 30 minutes of just driving like down almost dirt roads and cornfields on either side.
The corn.
The fucking Amish weren't even using these roads, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
So we pulled over to record a little, Children of the Corn kind of video at one point. And I think we were both getting a little freaked out because there were some weird fucking noises behind us while we were recording.
Like the sun's going down and shit, and the wind's picking up. The leaves are flapping around. No, dude, cornfields suck. Fuck cornfields, man.
And we don't know where the hell we are. So,
right.
We're trying to follow Google Maps, which keeps like fading in and out, like losing connection.
Oh, yeah.
People lost. That was a fucking riot. Although one of the best hamburgers I've ever had in my life.
And some of the best barbecue I've ever had. And then we literally were surrounded by corn, and we hit like a bump in the road, and then I pretty much had to not quite slam on the brakes, but stop pretty quickly because there's a town like right fucking there, and walk away. Tin Kitchen.
He's making a deep dive into the ocean right now. What he's saying is the Tin Kitchen is a fabulous place to eat. And if you're ever in the rural areas of Kansas City, you should visit it yourself.
It's in a place called Weston, Missouri, if I remember correctly. So,
yes. All right. You were down by the Titanic, bro. I had to take it over again.
Oh, was it? Fair enough. Nah, I got you. Anyway.
I don't know. Maybe they could hear, but you guys, didn't it sound like he was going?
Oh yeah, he was diving.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, speaking of that, I guess I will mention I took she who does not have a nickname yet to the premier haunted house in the area. Saturday night.
There we go. She
dug it. I actually watched her jump a couple times and grab the back of my shirt a few times. I was like. And then she's like, when we coming again? I was like, well, I do a Christmas one around my birthday. I'd kind of like to check that out. So we'll see how December goes. Unless I can score some Metallica tickets, but I don't see that happening. So,
I don't think
it's going to be way overpriced.
You guys have already slammed us with 100 comments in like.
Oh, yeah, it's busy.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. And it's not even, 3 of those minutes were the countdown.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, had a new addition to my family this week. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm not going to say a fucking word because nothing needs to be said.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
Very nice.
Simply beautiful.
Yeah.
Angelo.
Outdone himself.
God, my man. I thought it looked cool. The pictures, I thought they looked cool. I thought, wow, this is really a nice piece. No, man. Folks, somehow you have to see this in person. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but fucking wow, Angela.
One of these days, we're going to be at a con. We're going to have a booth, and he's going to be like the focus of the booth. We're going to have his art there. Hopefully, he'll be there doing a painting himself.
And
I'm sure
I'll bring all these are going. I mean, these are all here, back here, and then I got over here, the other side.
Oh,
nice.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I just got dizzy. Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, kind of spun a little fast there.
Yeah, don't do that to Don't do that to people that drink very often.
No.
Man. Oh yeah. Anyway,
I'm delighted though. Anyway, yes, I'm just there's words. He just keeps getting better and better and better. Each one I get is another hit, and this one is, fuck, man. I mean, it's not even really my favorite Romero film, but it is special, and that he captured everything about it that's special, and it's. I can't. Hats off to the great and powerful Angelo Mariano.
He's great.
Very nice.
Oh, he gets one of these.
And if you ever meet him in person, one of these.
Oh my God.
At this point, I would have to consider it, man.
Dude, he might be watching. Calm down. I don't know. Maybe he wants one. I don't know. Anyway,
he's a bachelor guy. He's happening. He wouldn't be down with that. Not even from you, Colonel.
we got Lorena here. We got Grizzly. We got Alex. Alex talking about the Connecticut Horror Fest from last weekend. Glad it went well. Glad you had a good time. The doctor's in. Dr. Smiley. Gina's here. Tarek's here. Dave, Canadian Dave, is in the house.
Canadian fucking.
Hello.
Dave.
He obviously liked the body snatchers open. Wow. Bill's here. Luke. Dun, 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 dun. Lots of them. There's BK.
BK.
Have it your way.
She does rule.
Joshua. Trying to scroll through these. There's Patricia. What's up, Patricia? Patricia, hopefully you saw your special shout out from me and Jennifer in that interview, by the way. Just making sure.
That's right.
That was the last minute, like, oh yeah, by the way. And, there's Aaron. Aaron, thanks for the help earlier today. I think that's going to work out good. So pencil us in, sir.
Pencil us in.
There's the whole Damien pod.
Android Vision podcast.
Ricky.
New Mexico's finest.
That's right. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody.
Got my grandma in there.
Welcome. It's 15 after, so God damn it, welcome.
Welcome.
And there's Tommy Click. What's up, Tommy?
What's
up, buddy?
Dun, dun, dun. Man, there's Sue. Is Sue Jensen? Is that Grandma?
That's my Grammy.
That's Grandma.
Right.
Hi, Grandma.
Grandma?
We gotta say hello to Grandma Phase.
I don't know.
Grandma
if it's
Phase.
Is it Grandma Phase or is it Grandma Jensen?
It technically is Jensen.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Grandma
Jensen.
Here
Hello.
is Grandma Phase, and that's that.
Like Phase here is technically like my nickname. It's not like my last name. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird ground there.
All right.
I
Well,
I don't know how to put it.
I just put it how everybody will now address it from this moment forth.
It's all right. There's like at least 2 or 3 people I saw that were calling her Grandma Phase in the comments
Grandma
before I even
Phase.
said anything.
Works out.
We're good. There's Gory Tiger also. And Colleen is in the house. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah. Yeah. And BK says it right. Behavior, you mutts.
Beyond your best behavior.
Be on your best behavior. Yep. And she does correct us and say Grandma Jensen. All right.
I stand corrected.
You should stand corrected.
I do.
By God. I don't know. I'm feeling the urge to curse just being like reduced a little bit.
I know. Fuck you. Hey, man.
Hey, who did that?
Dude.
Who did that? Stop it. Whoever did that.
Oh, we're already off the track.
All right. Yep. Tonight, folks, we're going to be talking about the new movie in theaters. It was kind of a last-minute decision because we were hoping to get some stuff figured out. It didn't work out, as you know. So we had to back.
Celebrities are busy. We were trying to get a couple of guests from Morgan Crypt to come on and just kind of hype it up with us another week. And the schedules are in the way. We get it. Art goes first in these situations. So here we go.
Yeah. So we had to back up and punt to use a football reference tonight. Yeah. And I guess Colonel's already distracted.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. 2 minutes in.
I'm paying attention. I'm listening. I can multitask. God damn it! My TV.
What?
Well, the Bengals do have the ball.
Okay. Well, I'll let you focus, and I'll get on with the business at hand. Before we get to Never Let Go, let us thank our members. Of course, our final girls and guys: Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. Our Crazy Ralph's, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And of course, our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Schick, Dave, Canadian Dave, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. If you want to become a member and support the DCS, check us out at deathcaresociety.com. Head on over to the membership page and select a tier, and we'll get you signed up. It's just that easy. And, of course, our associate producer, pretty much at least 30% of this would not be possible without him. Our associate producer, FaZe, thanks to him as well. What's up?
Woo!
The highest paid DCS member.
Very.
By a little bit.
Because he literally gets every expense back.
It's cool, though. It's worth every penny, man.
That's right.
Oh, there he goes.
Sorry.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Game didn't start for 10 minutes. What the fuck?
No, it's already on. They're 4 minutes in right by now.
It's a fifth. Okay, I thought it was 7:30.
Sorry. I came myself. I was having to look up. Well, that's okay.
Yep. I think what he meant to say was...
Jesus Christ, they did score already. Wow.
And by the way,
good job.
Lorena says, guys, she can outswear all of you. All right. Well, fuck you.
That's good to fucking know.
Good. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
All right. So,
and on behalf of the whole DCS...
Fuck you.
We love you. Welcome.
We may want to shorten that one at some point.
Yeah, it's still funny. You could do like just the one. That's like an added version of it. It's a fused part. And look at Crank. He's hung it up already.
You can just keep the part from when you're fapping it to your Angelo paintings at night.
Oh my God, guys, that's yep. See, she's coming after you now, Ziggy. She's done. She is done with you. You've already pissed Grandma Jensen off.
This is what you want from us, though. If you're getting that,
she doesn't know you.
If you're getting a drop aimed at you, you're on the list. You're in the club. You're welcome here.
She doesn't know you.
Well, that's what I mean. All the more reason to be welcome.
God. Anyway, so since this was a last-minute decision, I don't have all the fancy graphics to go along with this. I have the image there with Never Let Go, and we're just going to kind of freeball this the rest of the way. So, and Colonel, you did not get a chance to see it, correct?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
Unless
so.
you guys want me to walk in here at 9:30, like, hey, here we are.
Let me give you 20 minutes of my thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's start it over.
But that was odd, though. 3 showings for a new fucking movie. I was kind of shocked. I really thought I'd be able to squeeze it in, but that was a big gap.
But it's been getting, some hype over the weekend. And I've seen people even say, ooh, Longlegs has some competition for best horror movie of the year, which irritated at least one of our reviewers. This one down here.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. We were talking about it last night during some gaming, and here's my impersonation of FaZe when I told him that Longlegs is considered one of, if not the best horror film of the year. No. No.
Give me a break. I was drunk.
It was something like that.
It was kind of like that. It's the impression you gave me last night was a bit funnier.
I remember. I don't remember it though. That was last night.
It was more like, ugh, fucking long legs. Which I
got
guess
in
I need
there
to watch it again
early, and you guys weren't getting on until much later. And I was like, well, fuck, I've been up since 6:30. There was no fucking way I was staying up.
Dude, I was on since like 8.
I didn't see you on there. I got on. I started playing that Star Wars Lego.
Oh boy,
it's quite fun.
Yeah, and I see the Sarge. What up, Sarge?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Who day?
Oh my god.
Who gonna beat the Bengals? Who gonna beat the Bengals? Nobody.
That's right.
All right.
That was
Adorable.
That was adorable, and that's way too much of that.
Yeah, I was messing.
No.
Oh my god.
Get out of here. Anyway, so let's get into Never Let Go. Ziggy,
Yeah.
previous, prelude thoughts and expectations going in and marketing. What did you think of this movie before you saw it?
The trailer, I go, oh, it looks like something kind of different, kind of neat. And I was actually, it looked interesting. It looked interesting to me. Something could be original here, but it purposely lends you to believe certain things along the way, which is neat. But I thought the marketing was cool. They didn't do too much. They didn't try to blow it up as the scariest movie of all time. You didn't get none of that. It's just kind of been under the radar. It's really, I mean, I've seen the trailer at several of the movies we've seen. So yeah, the marketing was just average theater marketing, and my anticipation it wasn't low. It was, I'd say above average on it because it does look like something different. So yeah, I was looking forward to this one.
Okay. How about you, FaZe?
I had to be reminded of like the title is not memorable at all for one, because you're like, all right, we're watching Never Let Go, and I'm like, which one? And then you kind of told me a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, that one. I was actually kind of interested in the trailers. It seemed kind of cool.
To buy my ticket, I was like, I need that ticket for Don't Let Go, and she was all,
yeah. I was looking at my phone like over and over. It's Never Let Go. It's Never Let Go. I want to accidentally buy the wrong ticket here.
She was like, Never Let Go. I was like, that's it.
It's like, damn. Are we talking about like first impressions or just like
marketing? Your anticipation going in.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was all right. It was, on every fucking like line of trailers, every movie you went to, you were getting a Never Let Go trailer.
Yep.
So
speak no fucking evil.
Speak no evil. Yeah.
And Smile too.
Oh my god.
I'm sick of that trailer already.
Yeah.
Enough already.
I don't even want to see it anymore.
Well, by the way, earlier, Ziggy, Grandma Jensen had he's pretty cute to say about you. So there you go.
Are we sure that was about him though? She never confirmed.
Well,
that's about Ziggy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And Lorena jumps in. Please behave yourself tonight, Mom. This could get interesting, folks.
This could actually be bad for FaZe in many ways. If they start telling stories and shit, yeah.
Oh boy, yep. Well, he'll just monitor the chat, and if it gets too weird, he'll just ban them.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Nope.
Don't throw Grandma out. She's got a free pass. She's got a VIP.
Oh man.
Well, that's a thing now. Okay.
And Rick at the Whole Damn Enchilada Pod says Sarge didn't even need to be told to do the Who Dey thing. Raising her right.
Goddamn right. So it's just nobody. I was like, so far the Chiefs and the Patriots, but
you don't have to worry about that.
All right. Expectations for me, honestly, kind of low, and mostly because we've seen the trailer 24 times in the last 3 months, and the trailer was getting old. That was one of those moments where I was just like, oh, I can finish my Letterboxd entry, before I get to watch this next movie.
See, this is a good reason to smoke copious amounts of pot, though. That way, every time you see it, you don't remember you've already seen it. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, that looks all right.
So, but I was interested to see Halle Berry back in a major motion picture. I haven't seen her in quite a while that I remember anyway. And I think Rick even mentioned Cleveland's own Halle Berry. Yes. So, and the concept I was interested in as well. I think Ziggy said that. Plus, the other good thing it had going for it was Alexander Aja. Him being no, not the band.
No.
It
was more of a Three Stooges thing. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because I've liked some of his previous films, so I was kind of on the fence, with him at the helm. I had decent expectations, but everything else, So, okay. Anyway, that was my start. How about initial reactions coming out of the theater? Phase.
I wasn't too. I was a little embarrassed actually because. Like I had an alarm set on my phone that I completely forgot about that went off like an hour and a half into the fucking film during like a really quiet part. So I was trying to scuttle the fuck out of there before somebody could, yell at me about that because it went off loud as shit.
Nice.
But other than that, talking about the actual movie, I had heard from some people that it didn't end so well, and I don't know. I wasn't as disappointed as some people seem to be in this one. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil too much, but I enjoyed this a lot more than the last couple of shit bombs we've seen recently. That's for sure.
I'm staying out of the comments right now because
it's going crazy over there.
It was 100. Yeah, 30 minutes. 224, 244.
Yeah. Bill is talking about bikini waxing his butthole, and it's
not off the rails.
It's going downhill from there. So,
well, you gotta keep it smooth when you're swimming, man.
Okay, dolphin boy.
Oh my god,
Ziggy, you want to chime in on first impressions of the film?
What the hell?
While we try to stay on track.
I walking out, I was like kind of like, okay, there was me and one other guy in there.
I got you beat
at 11 in the morning. And we're both kind of hit the door at the same time, and he's trying to put the foot thing up to keep the door open, and I was like, dude, it's just us. He was like, oh yeah. And he lets it go. And I go, that wasn't so bad. And he's like, he goes, I was completely lost at the end, is what he said. And I went, it just left a lot to your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And
the whole movie really does, but
I know we bitch about this, but this time it's done in a tasteful way, I guess is the way to say it, because it's okay, because what your mind will come up with is good. But yeah, man, I thought I was probably sitting at a high number with this going into the third act, but then going out of it, I dropped it a bit. It kind of lost me a little bit. Not as strong of a finish as the build, but I did enjoy it quite a bit.
Okay. Well, first off, I have you completely beat. With you, you were one of two people in the audience.
Yes.
To see yours at 11 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
I was one of one.
Nice.
At 3 o'clock this afternoon.
I've had it. It's good.
I don't mind that at all. But right before I was getting ready to, I was on the phone talking with Aaron from Android Vision about that venue. As I'm on the phone with him, my buddy Julian pulls up. It's like 5 minutes before the movie's supposed to start, right? So Julian comes up. I get off the phone with Aaron. I start talking to Julian for a little bit. I'm like, hey, I'm coming in. I gotta change clothes. I gotta get over to the movie. And he's like, well, when did the movie start? And I was like 15 minutes ago, but I got the trailers to get through, so it should be all right. And so we chatted for a little bit, and then I kind of like, as we're talking, I just kind of walked him out the door and then turned around and locked the door and started to like edge towards my stairs to go downstairs and everything. He was like, oh, okay. Well, have fun with the movie.
Yep.
So I get over to the movie, get my ticket. I'm about 20 minutes late. I'm thinking that's fine because I'll walk in right as Nicole Kidman is welcoming me to the theater and telling me about how she used to go to the theater when she was a little girl. And I'm like, yeah, probably, but you haven't probably been in this kind of theater in a while. But that's all I'll say. And walk in, blackness, like nothing. There's a little bit of... There you go. There's a little bit of like the little elevator music going on. And that's it. No trailers, no Nicole Kidman, no movie. Nothing.
Hold on.
You scrolled away already.
You're back.
Okay. Nope. No trailers. No Nicole Kidman. No movie. Nothing.
You want me to do it again?
Oh, I thought you were right there. God damn
it. You went down into the ocean again. That's why I was trying to
okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And Alex even pointed it out. Red, you're in the water. So I go back out to the concession stand. I'm just like, hey, I guess since I'm the only one here to see this movie, they decided not to run it. And he's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I'll go start it. Sorry.
So you got the whole presentation?
I did. Luckily, I didn't miss a minute of the movie. I did miss all the trailers. So if there was a new trailer on with this one, you guys will have to tell me later. But yeah, it was kind of neat because it starts with like some Coca-Cola commercial and then it stops and then it just jumps. And there's Nicole Kidman. I'm like, all right, I settle in. I get ready. And man, I'll tell you what. I am a little bit pissed off that I like this movie as much as I did. I'll be honest. Because I didn't think this was going to be anything special. And it surprised the shit out of me. And one thing you said, not during the show, but earlier this morning, Ziggy, I want to get into because I'm not quite sure exactly where you're thinking, but we'll get into that. But I dug this. I thought the family dynamic was well taken care of. I thought the presence, the evil presence, was well established and well represented, especially at times. And I thought it was funny because the twists that were in it were almost your preconceived notions. They weren't actual twists that were in the film. That just the way it was presented was like playing with what you thought about the film. And I dug that. And I think we'll explore that a little bit more later. I'm sure you two guys know what I'm talking about. Colonel looks like he's just watching a football game and just
I agree.
Oh, there we go. Well, we got that at least.
It's very slick. And again, it's not like these complex, storylines or meanings behind it. It's pretty on the surface with what you're looking at, and it's just playing into the psyche. There's like I said, they take a neat approach at it because we're gonna have to get the spoiler button out here eventually, but
I'll get there. We're not there yet.
Yes, I know. But
it doesn't seem like a lot of people care about this one.
Yeah, but we're not going to just blast it.
Yeah, because it's a good movie.
It's worth seeing, honestly. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys about the introduction of the characters and of the storyline itself. I'll start with FaZe on this one.
It starts pretty fast from what I remember. I mean, I always come into a movie stoned, so it always seems to be the part I remember the least. But, I remember it opening, with the boy is giving a short monologue to kind of get you set up with what's going on. And he always kind of jumps in to kind of explain a few things here and there. At least during the first act.
It's like the water boy. Mama say,
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Then he throws it out. You know what the rule is. And
sure.
That's how they get you caught up really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's a lot of rules and like there's a lot of shit going on in this movie, and they got to get you up to speed quick. And I feel like they do a pretty good job of doing that. Like, all right, these three, the family of three, a mother and two kids. They don't tell you which one's older, which one's younger. They don't tell you that they're twins immediately, but they're twins.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you pretty early on. And they got these ropes tied to their house. They got to stay tied to the ropes, or some evil's gonna get them. Then
the wood is the wood is blessed. The wood keeps them pure and clean.
The wood in the house. Yep.
Yes, the wood in the house. They have little prayers they say. But I mean, as far as they're all concerned, the rest of the world is dead. Evil has taken over the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They are the last three on Earth,
which is a strong metaphor there, really. But
except for the animals, because they have a dog too. I forgot the name, but they also have a dog, which is like I don't know the breed, but it was a pretty like medium-sized dog.
Looked like one of them those Australian cattle dogs, kind of. Almost.
Yeah,
and
mixed with a shepherd. A what?
Like an Australian shepherd or a border
Australian
dog
shepherd, something like that. It definitely was a mix or an Australian bit or something.
Well, for those that haven't seen the film, I'll give you the synopsis here. When an unspeakable evil takes over the world, the only protection for a mother and her twin sons is their house and strong bond. Needing to stay connected at all times, even tethering themselves with ropes, they must cling to one another and never let go, hence the title. However, when one of the boys questions if the evil is real, the ties that bind them together are severed, triggering a terrifying fight for survival. And I agree with both of you where it once it gets going, it starts pretty quick. And I was happy about that, because that's one of the things at least you guys like to complain about a lot.
Slow burn.
Is the slow burn shit. And this, I don't feel like was a slow burn at all.
Didn't bother me at all. No, I mean, it kind of moves along. It tells its story and it's interesting.
Yeah. And in fact, I feel like within even the first minute or so, there's like a jump scare, at least a sound jump scare.
Oh, there sure was.
Yeah.
It was a good one too. Honestly,
did you drop your popcorn?
I don't have popcorn.
No, did you drop your popcorn, Ziggy? He was just like, "Oh, there sure was."
It's funny. I had mine sitting down there, but I was reaching for it when it happened. I definitely skidded a little bit, like, "Whoa, shit!" So I didn't expect that.
Ziggy, what do you think of the intro of the characters and the storyline?
Yeah, it's like this. Let's get right to this. This is what's going on, and we got these ropes, and we're gonna it's us, and that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, and we can only go as far as these ropes go. If we can't go any further, then we go back. Sometimes they can tie the ropes. Someone can stay home. Mm-hmm. They can tie 2 ropes together to go further, or 3.
A little further. Yep.
But that's it, man. That's as far as they go. They got a map that they've seen of the area they're in around this house that her father built.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, man. We're centered in this house, and it's creepy ass trees all around, dead looking, twisty ass trees all over the fucking place. Fog. It's scary as fucking. It's moody and atmospheric to the 10th power, man. This fucking movie.
Definitely the atmosphere is good. The cinematography was excellent.
I was about to say,
it's
10
sweet.
out of 10.
So this guy, I think it's got to be. He's got a guy he likes to work with, and they know what, like almost like a band, a bass player and a guitar player, or a drummer and a bass player.
Right.
They got the simpatico thing going, man, and it looks good. It looks.
Oh, he's definitely got a good eye. And I do appreciate that. So, no, I enjoyed the setup for sure, and I really enjoyed like the initial introduction of the dynamic between Halle Berry as the mother and the 2 kids, and as we go through the movie, kind of watching that slowly splinter. Sorry, Ziggy was doing a preview for the Fog remake. that's coming out. But but you see that family dynamic kind of start to splinter and how it gets torn apart. And man, Halle's good in this. We might as well jump right into that. I mean, and it's not the kind of role that you normally see her do.
No,
it's different. Ziggy, you have something to say clearly?
She's fanatical. She's fanatical about the patterns that they have to do. And I go right to this shit. She's schizophrenic or something. This is all in her fucking head. That's where I was at the beginning of this. Because the kids never see nothing. They can't see any of the stuff, any of this evil that's around them when it is. And it is present here and there in forms, one form or another, or sounds. And but it's definitely it's just the way that they portray it is you can't peg if she's actually fucking seeing something or she's out of her fucking gourd, because there's characters interacting where they're just going like, hey, you know, and when the kids start questioning her leadership, and maybe there is, it's, you know, they start running out of food. That's what, of course, hunger is the driven wedge here, where they have to figure it out because the food is running out. And they can't, man, you feel it. You're right along with them. I mean, they're down to eating fucking tree bark and shit, seasoned tree bark and grass, making tea out of grass and stuff, just because there's nothing left. You know,
yeah, they've gone through they had a harsh winter, so their greenhouse is just trashed, basically.
I mean, they cut into Act 2 by like showing all of the food depleting gradually. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's how it ended. First act ended that way.
Yeah.
Which is they show all the jars, all their stored food and pickled everything, and then it would just be
everything's empty and
gone.
Yeah, and you know, they're going out hunting. You know, one kid is happy that he nails a squirrel with a slingshot, but it's not a whole lot of meat, man. It's not a whole lot of food at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're skinning frogs and squirrels.
Squirrel burger, man.
One kid just ate a frog alive. He just looks at it. He's like, nah.
I knew that was coming too.
Yeah.
And of course, they sit there for a minute and let you hear a crunch. It's like, God damn it.
Gross.
Super nasty.
But yeah. Were you impressed with the kids acting, Ziggy?
You know, I wasn't sure at first, and then but no, they when they start maturing into what they believe is happening, it's fucking, you can't take your eyes off it, man. It's great. It's you know, it's heart-wrenching at times.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. The chemistry between the cast is on point because it's the three of them. That's it.
Yeah, and they pretty much have to carry the movie entirely. There are a few.
One of them, they all have a turn to take the movie, you know, and they there was because once the twists start happening, the dynamics change drastically. You know, I was holy shit.
Yeah. What about you, FaZe? The dynamic between the family and Halle Berry's performance fit for you?
Halle Berry was excellent, and of course the boys too. I mean, I forgot their names for the characters, but
Nolan and Sam.
Yeah, Nolan and Sam. Nolan's the one I mainly forget, but the thing that really stood out with me is how, you know, they're twin brothers, but like anytime they're on screen, you could tell like which one is which. You know, just their personalities were very distinct, and it was immediately obvious like who was who in a situation. Like it just usually when you have twin brothers, kids in a story, they're just both the same,
right?
But in this situation, they're very real. It's very, very well written, and they're both very well acted too. It gets better as the movie goes too.
Right. All right. All right. Act 1, they they pretty much lay down the rules in Act 1. What do they call that? The rope is your lifeline.
Yeah, the rope is your lifeline.
They actually have chapter titles in this, or a couple of them at least.
3.
The first one was the rope is your lifeline for Act 1, basically. And it lays out the rules. You know, there's a evil that has destroyed the world outside of this area. And as long as you are in the house, which, as Ziggy had mentioned, I think it has been blessed by the grandfather, and they do a nightly prayer over it. You're safe. And
Grandma
as long as
realized there was a presence in the woods. She felt it and refused to leave the house. So Grandpa invented a way to let her leave the house, and this was where this rope thing was born. Right. So it had a nice backstory to it. It was, and why it works. Yeah. But I still have questions with this movie when we get to it. I mean,
all right.
There's some things they don't explain to you, and again, you need to kind of what is it to you?
So they have the ropes, as mentioned, that are tied to the house where they can get into the woods and do some hunting, but you know the thing, never let go, so they can't do that. But of course, one of the kids wants to test the limits. There's already something going on with one of the kids where he's hearing something.
And that happens right when they see there's no food anywhere.
Right.
There's a nest he's been going to get eggs. And he sees one. He gets up there and the eggs are all hatched. There's 3 shells. They're all hatched out. But he looks on the ground and he sees an egg, but it's out of reach. The rope will not reach. He's undoing his rope when his brother comes up and stops him. And they got a whistle to call mom if shit goes haywire. And so he talks him out of it, but that's the first time that his brother says, "Hey man, what if there is something else out there?" You know? And there's like a hint of Shyamalan's the Village, kind of, because they're isolated. They don't know. Where that one's different. It's that same kind of thing. That's when he's, the one that's stopped him from taking his rope off, the brother, and they're like, "Come on, let's go." Mm-hmm. That's when the brother hears, "She loves me more." And it sounds like his brother said it.
Right.
Yeah. And he's like, "What'd you say?" And then ends up stepping on his brother's rope just to kind of fuck with him. Well, he trips and falls and the rope comes loose. He twists his ankle, breaks it. And he's now without his fucking rope down in this ditch. And the only way to get him out is to take the rope off, and they blow the whistles, and here comes mom. They come running out. Well, while this is happening, something's coming out of the grassy knoll, the little fucking beaver dam that's kind of in front. So, yeah.
I guess we can start doing this.
Yeah.
We're getting outside of the trailer territory now.
Right. And so you see it, like he locks on it from his point, like it's the thing's point of view is looking at the boy. Mm-hmm. And then they get there and they're starting to drag him up. Well, then a creature resembling her mother, but it's got like a forked tongue and whited out eyes. It just looks like she looks just like the bloated zombie from the Day of the Dawn of the Dead remake. That old lady that gets in there and she dies right away. Mm-hmm. Might even be the same actress. I'm not sure.
Yes.
But I mean, she looks like that, and she's just, and it's some kind of demon talking shit. Well, they get the rope around all 3 of them, but she's just circling them, taunting them. The kids can't see it. She can see it, but they don't really ever get into why with that. That's something we got to get into down the road here.
Maybe
I want to hear both your interpretations of what you think this is at the end.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was pretty clear what they were trying to make it sound like at the beginning, at least, and I think we can say that. Again, spoiler alert.
You have to.
To me, anyway, it made me think that the mother was mentally ill. And she's imagining all this. And the kids are just kind of stuck in this almost abusive situation because the mother fully believes that there's an evil out there. But that's not
what you're supposed to think.
And
so fanatical that just you can't help but go like, "Hey, lady, you're excessive. Back up, man."
And they forces them to lay down in the cellar for like an hour, like
and cleanse the darkness off of them.
Cleanse the darkness,
like total sensory deprivation. It's bizarre.
But the way it's set up is pretty fucking good.
It does lead to, which again, all that whole thing with the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give it a source, if you will.
No.
So that's why I that doesn't mean as much to me, that ending, without some kind of backstory on the evil.
Well, fair enough, but I'm not sure about the ending at all.
That's what I mean. We got to all throw what we think happened out there, because this is one of those things where it could be different for all three of us, and all of you out there might think something different when you see this.
Yeah.
It's pretty crafty, man.
It's very well written and very well structured. And that's one of the things that I walked out going, God damn. I'm not saying I wanted to walk out of this movie thinking I fucking hated it, but I mean, I'll say it right now. This one's in my top 10.
Oh yeah. I can tell you exactly where it is right now on my list. You know where it went? It went right to 5 on my list.
4, 5?
Yeah.
It's not quite there, but I've seen a couple more.
You've seen a couple more than I have, right? I haven't seen Civil War yet, so I'm sure that's going to make it. So,
well, I don't think Civil War is going to be counted in.
Oh, you don't think?
No, I don't think so, because no one else. Unless I start seeing other lists at the end of the year where it includes it.
Fair enough.
And then I may reconsider. But I mean,
no. But I dude, I'll tell you, I like going through the first 2 acts. I'm sitting at an 8.5 with this thing already. Going, this might be the one, and then just because of how they settled it and the kind of happy, sad, happy tone at the end, that's what makes me kind of go, But I did think about it, and I added a little bit more after I thought about some things during the day. So
I was going to say,
because there's lots of layers to the end.
And this is one of those movies that you're going to think about for a while afterwards.
Yes.
And I like that. I like that a lot. I think it just works.
Well, that's what I mean. It's so. I mean, the absolute ending, yes. Where it absolutely ends up, yes. But a couple of explanations in there make this a fucking 9 or a 9.5, man.
It's close, but I wouldn't go so far as to say 9.5. But it's pretty damn good. Anyway, we'll get to our ratings and everything later. What have we all talked? We've all talked about Act 1, correct?
Yeah.
Like I said, we're freeballing this one because it was a late edition. So
yeah. Supposed to be with the. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, we'll catch up with them up down there.
All right. How about we've talked about the kid breaking his ankle and everything, and that leads into Act 2. Yes. We talked about the scene where you see the food depleting and you go through the house or the cabin. And then Act 2 kicks off. Does anyone want to get into Act 2? What was Act 2 titled? Do you remember?
How will I feed my children? Something like that.
Yeah, actually, that was it. Either of you guys want to get into Act 2?
It starts off with Halle Berry. She's out hunting. They got a crossbow, and there's just nothing. There's nothing to hit. There's just nothing out there, And
Tarek says Act 2 was, dude, where's my rope? Thank you.
Yes. So, and then we get another visit. Like she's sitting out on the porch, on her porch, and some dude just comes walking out of the woods. But she's well aware of this stuff. The evil's gonna do whatever it can to get you to believe it. It's gonna lie to you and say whatever it has to. She's telling the kids this the whole time. So this guy's coming up and he's going, hey, come on. He goes, just don't, it's all right. No need to get crazy or anything. Can I see him? Can you let me see him at least? Can I see my boys? So it's Dad, you know? And she's just walking away with a pained look on her face. And then the thing, it just turns on her, you know? He's like, just give the kids to me. And then his voice pitches down into some kind of, okay, this is
you do it. You do it.
Not on this one. I can't.
Oh,
yeah. But you've heard it. He says some hateful shit, and she shuts the door.
This character would be banned from the Great White Buffalo in Stillwater at karaoke. Thank you. For those of you that are watching that know that story. The dad character was well done too. I just want to jump in on that because it was just a normal, hey, I know the kids are asleep, but I miss you. Can I see them? And it was done like a natural progression of that kind of story. It could have been told in the city. It could have been told in a mall, outside of a convenience store, at somebody's work. It's the same kind of scene. And that's one of the reasons why it worked until, the guy's voice, like, just let me see the kids,
Yeah, right. Honestly, it felt so well acted. I was convinced he'd be coming back. I don't think he did. I'm trying to remember. He might have for a second.
I don't remember. I thought actually there was another character that shows up later. I thought that was him coming back, but it ended up not being.
Right.
But there were a few shots where you'd see somebody just off in the distance. You don't know if
could have been him.
Yeah, it could have been him. So.
Same clothes and stuff, or the thing
similar
that looked like her mother. But yeah, man, and then she's just it just drives that home again. Like she's out of her gourd. She's not, she's actually crazy, and this is just there's nothing happening supernatural here, and she's just out of her fucking mind. And then they give you a little taste of something that says the otherwise.
Right, that's where they want you to go.
Yeah,
but again, she's the only one that's and the way they film it, with her being the only one to experience any of this shit, lets you kind of know you've got an unreliable narrator in a way. And there are times where I hate that trick in a film, but most of the time it's done well. And this is done very well. FaZe, anything else to add on Act 2?
I mean,
we got to talk about the dog story here in a minute, but
right. I mean, not really anything before that, I suppose. That's what the shit hits the fan, basically.
Yeah, it's
because the dog story is Act 2, right?
Yes.
The end of.
I would say that whole sequence ends Act 2.
Act 3 was it was after all that.
Yeah, it starts. Well, I can't say that yet.
You can't say that. Yeah.
Let me again. I'm gonna flash this every time just in case somebody new is watching. I know our regulars know what's going on. We're gonna spoil the shit out of this. Colonel could have probably just put like a cardboard cutout of himself in.
Hey, I'm being attentive. I'm listening. I just haven't been looking up and then looking back.
Well, yeah, I see why you're paying more attention to us right now for sure.
Oh no.
I think Rick called it earlier. Oh, when the Bengals are down by 3 scores, you'll be chiming in.
No running.
Now, Colonel, any of this making you want to see this movie?
Yeah, because I kind of want to see where it turns out to where she's not crazy, because I kind of figured that's where it's going. I'll be honest, I'm shocked it's not a slow burn. I was totally expecting a slow burn, even based on the trailers.
It's kind of in a way, but
A
not.
little.
It's not really a slow burn. I wouldn't say.
It slow burns, and then it's like it's one of them firecrackers that's a slow wick, and then goes.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
It's off.
It starts off good, kind of has
I guess the middle part of the middle is slow.
a little bit, yeah, but then it picks right back up.
All right. All right. Let's get into the dog story then. Because, dude,
Yeah, man.
I was ready.
Me too.
I was so fucking ready.
I think we were all sitting there going, "Are they really gonna fucking go here, man?"
Because no movies will do it anymore.
They know
'Cause it's so cheap.
You can't fuck with an animal in any movie, dude. No dogs, no cats. That's the fucking rule. You can't.
I mean,
do
you
that.
can, and people do. It's just it's cheap. It's stupid at this point.
No, it's not. Because, well, sometimes it is, yes. I'll agree with that. Sometimes it is. But, okay, what we're talking about is there's a scene where Hallie's got the kids sitting down. Spoiler alert, I'm not even punching the button. She's got the kids sitting down, and she says, guys, look, we're running out of the food. The animals have not returned from the harsh winter we had that normally fill the forests outside. And, things are getting tight.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Our body's gonna start shutting down.
Our bodies are going to start shutting down. We're going to die. But we have one option, and that's eating the family Fido.
Ugh.
And now, here's the thing. As long as it fits the narrative, kill the fucking dog. Okay?
I knew the whole time at some point we were getting to eating this dog. When the food was disappearing.
I'm not knocking any of the people that are watching right now that do this, but one of my least favorite things that I ever see, especially on social media, is, well, if they kill that dog, I ain't seeing the movie. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. If it's superfluous and it doesn't do anything to the story, I would say, yeah, don't kill the dog.
Yeah.
But this is a life or death kind of situation. Wouldn't you have fucking agree?
They're eating this dog. There's no other thing to eat. Nothing else to eat.
I was convinced.
Yeah. And the younger brother, he's like, what? Like, that's a family member. What are you talking about? You know? And, he's losing. They're like, no effing way. Not a chance. And then, Nolan, what do you think? Older brother. And he's like, man, he'll say whatever you want him to say, and this is the kid that he's the one that's been calling this. He's been skeptical about this whole thing. He's been going, come on, man, we got to go see what's out there.
Right.
And
the one that doesn't want to kill the dog.
Right. And then the other one goes like, we have to do it, man. It makes sense. We got to do it. And then, yeah.
Even Samuel, the kid that goes along with mom most of the time, even he, after his brother leaves the room with the dog, of course, after he leaves the room, the other brother is like, Mom, if you need me to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, let's do this. Next scene, we see the brother hugging the dog tight. We see Halle Berry come out with the fucking crossbow, grab the dog and drag it off to the shed. And you're like, let's go. Let's do this.
The kids are there screaming, don't do it.
The one kid is. The other one was quiet.
Yes, it's fucking horrible, man. I hate that part, but it's excellent.
But then she can't. Then she can't do it.
She can't do it.
But
then,
Ziggy, continue.
She turns around and Samuel's standing there, or it's Nolan, the younger one, the one that doesn't want to kill the dog.
Yeah,
and he's got a machete, and he says, "Mom, you need to learn that there's more out there." And he severs her fucking rope and locks her into this little greenhouse shed they have.
Well, the dog gets out first.
The dog runs.
The dog ran off, so dog is okay.
Dog made it. Dog lives.
So the dog lives, everybody. You can go see the movie now.
But she starts going on like, you know, I mean, you got a little hint that even the demon was saying like, hey, you know, they're going to find out who you really are, you know, and she says like, you don't understand, you know, I haven't told you everything, while she's screaming, open this door, you know, to get a rope back, and she's flipping out. And she turns around
out the windows, and
she's like trying to get out, man, and they're not letting her out. And then mom appears inside the fucking shed, you know, with her going, just calling out some shit from, you know, like apparently mom
you've been a bad girl.
Yeah, poisoned her parents because the evil had got to them, or so she thinks. And she's closing in on her, you know, and she's like, I'm gonna get those kids too. I'm gonna make you eat your kids, she's telling her. And she just says, you ain't getting me. And she grabs a piece of broken glass and cuts her own throat. Much to the demon's dismay, he's not happy about it.
Right.
Or at least in her mind, what she was seeing.
Right. And I tell you what, I'll be honest, didn't fucking see that coming.
No, that was a twist.
That was good.
This is mid Act 2.
Yeah. FaZe, anything about what'd you like about Act 2 and what'd you not like about Act 2?
I mean, just to keep going on the scene a little bit. I mean, she slits her own throat. The younger child, Nolan, I can't remember what he was. I think he was just kind of looking kind of shocked. But the older child, Sam, like freaks out. He sees the mom
down.
He sees her down. He doesn't realize she's dead yet. And he's like, "Hey."
Well, I think he was hoping she wasn't dead. I think he knew.
Oh, right. He noticed like the rope was severed, and he was trying to he grabbed onto some wood and grabbed onto her and tried doing the prayer. It didn't work. She just laid there dead, and he was just crying. And it was a very sad scene. It was also really it was one of those well shot type things. Like it's just like the whole movie. It was just good.
It's very heavy.
It was solid. And it was surprising.
Right.
Yeah, it was a twist like no other. I mean, what didn't I like about Act 2? I honestly don't know. It was a good part. I mean, it was with the lack of food. I mean, her telling the kids you got to eat the dog. I mean, that was fucked. I mean, I was glued to this fucking movie by that point. Yeah. Absolutely glued. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna kill this dog.
Shit got real fast.
Yeah. Speaking of Real Dead says we watched this yesterday. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, Real Dead.
Yeah.
Says my wife started crying like crazy during the scene. Thought we were going to have to leave. Yeah.
It's that heavy.
It's heavy, agree. Man.
I was happy there wasn't too many people around in there. I was kind of like,
sure.
Oh, God. Luke. God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Well, that does bring up a good question. Was this filmed in Springfield, Ohio?
Yeah.
As long as you're not Haitian. Just kidding.
Good God.
Hit it.
Yeah. I was worried about those jokes popping up, but you know, and
BK says they're eating people. Oh, I'm sorry, they're eating people's pets.
Let me tell you,
so they did a really good job making a very heavy, tragic scene without killing the dog. I was very happy with that because killing animals is cheap. It's the cheapest, easiest way to get a cry out of your audience, at least in my opinion.
Right. Tarek also says, and I want to explore this for a minute. I would eat a dog if I had to. Hell, I'm a cat lover, and I'd eat a cat if I had to. I tell all 4 of my cats that all the time. They'd eat me without a second thought. It's fair play.
Fucking
exactly.
That last part, I guess, but like, goddamn, if I wouldn't. I'm good on that,
dude. I tell you, Chris. I tell you what. If you, I don't know, fall, bust your head open in your house, no one's there to find you. And I'm not saying I hope this happens or anything. Your cats are going to skin you dry.
Yeah.
Before anyone
this
finds you.
I know this.
I don't know if it's survival. If it's the dog's life or my kid's life, I'm killing that fucking dog and we're eating it. Doesn't mean I'm going to enjoy it. It's just
if I'm in that scenario, I mean, fuck.
It seems like they're in that scenario. I mean,
yeah. And then you know what's going to happen the next day, man? You're in the fucking litter box. It's true.
Guys,
I want to make a joke, but I can't. So.
Horror movie where it makes sense to kill the dog, kill the fucking dog. Don't do it.
Yeah. And it makes sense here. Let's be fair. It makes fucking sense here. Okay?
It absolutely makes fucking sense here.
You gotta stay alive. And it's another month and a half, maybe 2 months of living if you eat this big fat dog they got.
I don't know why. I turned into John Oliver without the British accent there for a minute. It absolutely makes sense here.
It absolutely makes sense. What are you getting at?
And now this. So, yeah, kill the fucking dog. Anyway.
So the dog runs away. Dude's with his mom just laying with her while she's just dead. And the other one's like goes in the house, man, and it's let me think here. It's like it's adjusted now. It's like it's the other one is kind of taking the lead now. The other brother that didn't want to kill the dog is pushing even harder now to we got to get out of here.
He gets out to a fucking road.
Yeah, he puts all the ropes together and gets to an actual highway road.
Yeah, it was a road.
But of course, no one goes by, so you're still not fucking sure if the whole world is still gone. You don't know yet.
Right.
You don't know.
Act 3?
That's the end of it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Him going to the road.
What was it called? Like what? What's next for us? Or
like where do we go from here? Something like that. Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Somebody else take the descriptive lead on this because
go ahead, FaZe. I started the last one, man.
Sure. And then we kind of went into it with the kid going out to the highway. I mean, kind of starts with them kind of showing them surviving without their mother. The one kid still kind of has the broken leg, but he's kind of getting around okay now. You can see him trying to cook shit, and he's like making that tea, trying to remember.
Bark.
They get out to that highway, and he yells out for help. And that eventually results in somebody coming to them. Just this random hiker dude. He's like, hey. His Cole? That was his name?
Cole was his name.
Cole.
Okay. And he's just like, hey, you guys okay? I was out hiking. And this immediately tells you as the viewer, like, okay, so
this is exactly
she was lying to them.
This is exactly what mom said they would do.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And they're thinking this is the demon trying to trick them. They're not going anywhere near this guy. Sam has a fucking crossbow. The younger kid's talking to him. I already forgot his name. But,
Nolan.
And Nolan's talking to him, but Sam comes out with a crossbow, just not having it. And Cole realizes he's not getting anywhere near these boys. He's not getting anywhere near helping them. Like, this whole situation is nuts. He just should go get help. And as he's walking away, Sam shoots him with the crossbow.
Right in the liver, man.
Oh, right. Yeah. Pretty much right in the liver.
Probably one of the most painful places to get shot and die.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what this scene does for you is starts to have you questioning now whether or not there is more people out there or if this is the goddamn demon.
Right.
You don't know.
Or,
I mean,
was mom crazy or not?
He said he had a backpack full of food. So the kids were enticed to go follow him. One kid, he's like, hey, let's go at least steal his food.
Yep.
He's like, no, it's the demon. Don't go near him. But one kid goes off and just finds him bleeding out next to a tree. He has a cell phone in his hand. And with 911 dialed, but he can't, he's like dying. He can't say anything anymore. He's just like, he can't say anything. But he still has the strength to pull his backpack back at full force when the kid tries to take it, which is kind of weird. But the kid manages to steal his backpack full of food, which the kid later explains, like, look, it couldn't have been the demon because I had the rope and I touched him. The demon doesn't let you do that, right?
Right.
And that kind of starts to set that, mindset a little bit. And
he doesn't want to eat. He doesn't want to eat the food. He won't eat it.
He refuses to eat the food because he
Yeah.
still thinks it's cursed. He still thinks it's like demon food or something like that. It'll still curse you. Like it's part of the trick. It's gonna entice you to do something. It's bad food. He wasn't touching it.
And I think you mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I heard you mention it. I love the fact that the hitchhiker, not the hitchhiker, the hiker, has his phone, and you can hear the 911 operator on the other end.
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell me your location?
Yeah,
Where are you? Can you tell me what's going on? Can you tell me what's happened? And that moment where you're almost broken through into like what the reality is, but you're still not fucking sure. And the way they put it together is so fucking good.
He sets up and he grabs like all of a sudden he's sharp as an arrow, grabs the fucking backpack from the kid, and then gets in a tug of war. You're like, oh shit, he's a demon.
Like, yep, you're pretty well convinced.
Holy shit, man.
Nope. They just beat you over the head with it back and forth. It's brilliant.
Yeah. It's really good. Then where do we go from there?
They eat the food.
They go back. They eat the food.
Yeah, he eats the food.
They both eat the food.
Yeah,
you find the other kid in the middle of the night, like just scarfing down.
He just starts eating it.
And the one kid's passed out on the couch with the Hormel can of chili on it.
Yeah.
And the other kid with the broken foot, or the healed broken foot now, finds a flashlight, and he just sits out
he steals
in the backpack.
flashlight from the guy.
Yeah.
He's flicking the light on, regular beam, and then the red beam. Regular, just sitting there, click, 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 just killing time. And then he sees,
here comes a little girl.
Well, not yet. First he sees inside the greenhouse, somebody quickly kind of steps out of the frame, and it's like, whoa, who's that? Is that mom? And he goes in there, and he gets up to it. Mom's standing in there. He sees her standing. And so he opens the door, and then she's laying on the floor dead again, and with flies and stink. And then he turns around, and there's a little girl there. Face.
And and she's just like, hey, like, and
you see my dad.
You immediately realize she seems like really normal compared to the demons that have been coming. She's not immediately enticing the boys. She asked, have you seen my dad? And the boy's like, no. But she recognized the flashlight. She's like, that's my dad's flashlight. Like, where's my dad? And she starts kind of putting it together pretty quickly. Like, oh, these guys probably hurt my dad.
And then, like, trying to back away.
She's backing away. And
runs her ass off.
And she also notices, like, the rope around him. And she's like, why do you have a rope tied around you? He's like, it keeps me away. It keeps the evil away from me. And that's when she realizes, shit's fucking crazy here. I should probably get out of here.
When
she's like, just runs off.
Okay.
But he decides to chase her because he's like, I don't remember why he was chasing her, but he chased her. And she was smart. Her head, she's like, he's tied to a rope. Her just genius kid runs in like a triangle, gets him to tie himself into a fucking, tie the rope up. So, he has no rope left and she's able to run off because he gets caught in a bunch of trees and shit. Good.
Yeah, because of the zigzagging. Yeah.
Well, he gets stuck. She runs off, and then I do not remember how we get to the next part from there. Like,
well, he's still looking around for her, and that's when the scene from the trailer that is one of the greatest effects in the movie, I think, where the hands come around the tree stump or whatever, and then there's like it's more than two, and then it's four, and then it's six hands, and they're just climbing this tree really quickly, and it's freaky.
Yeah,
and then it's a good effect.
Doesn't the girl show up like right behind him or something to this effect? But
yeah, she comes crawling up, but she's half morphed into this creature now, and she spits like her tongue at him, and it runs up his fucking arm and gets in his mouth.
Yeah,
possessing him.
He's possessed.
Yeah.
It only got him because he was untethered, though, right? Or
yes, he
untied himself at one point because he was like, he said something to himself like, "I don't believe it." or
yeah,
something
right.
like that.
Like, he didn't believe her, so he ran off, and that's how she got that, shit to go inside of him.
Right. So, oof.
Yeah. He goes home.
Colonel, what?
No, like literally spits her tongue at him, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3. That's why I'm
Just
laughing.
kinda-
Like, seriously.
Just kind of leans in and touches his wrist with it, like she crawls up from the ground.
Or he like spit it out. I'm literally thinking of the projectile.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I was
Not quite.
giggling.
Some of that torpedo tongue.
Yeah. He's like, put it in my butthole.
She, the little girl had to spit on that
Oh,
thing.
my God. Had to get one of those out.
You had to. It's cheap humor. Why not? Sue me.
Okay.
But yeah, now, so, okay, is this Samuel or Nolan? I do forget. This is Nolan, isn't it?
This would have been Nolan.
All right.
Nolan is now possessed.
Nolan's possessed. Goes back to the house. Tries to get Sam to come out. Sam ain't doing it. Go on, somebody. It's so funny, dude.
Yeah, man. It turns into a Blumhouse.
Oh, yeah. It's a Lionsgate, meets Blumhouse type situation.
But again, I don't mind that if it fits.
It worked out in this situation. It works out.
And in this, it fits.
It plays to the shit we saw earlier. But he's crawling around trying to go through the house. It's now on fire. He's possessed. Nolan has set it on fire.
Yeah, the demon that has possessed Nolan lights the house on fire because it's that special wood that is supposed to protect from the demon, but it's now no longer. Since one of the kids got possessed, it's no longer a safe house, so he just burns it right up.
Right.
The ropes were broken.
But you see, Nolan sees, or was it Sam that saw the mom? Samuel saw the mom.
Well, yes, that's what I'm getting to. He crawls like out on the balcony and goes into the other window, and then he sees his mother standing in there behind a burning curtain and telling him, I was like you, and, I did the same thing, but clearly that's not mom.
Mm.
And I don't know. I'm trying to see what she should say. Fuck it.
I mean, Nolan and the mom ended up getting into a fight, and I remember at some point they had both end up in the cellar together. Like he traps them both together in there.
She's stalking him and telling him, you get the most nothing explanation about the evil and stuff, why this is happening to them and why he has.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit, but it did in the end. I have to deduct a couple of points. Not a couple, but a half.
They're kind of teasing a sequel, maybe. So
I don't know. Well,
no, I hope not.
I hope
that'll ruin it. That will totally ruin it.
That would
be a sequel. But the house is burning, and it's really going up now. And
the possessed kid is sitting outside, telling his brother, who's climbing out on the roof trying to survive. At one point, he does say, like, "The house can't protect you now."
And there's a scene where she pulls out, mom was alive, pulls out a Polaroid camera and says, only for the most special moments,
Yeah,
there's one left here. That's significant because it's at the
She did that right before she proposed killing the dog.
Right. This is the last thing she said before proposing to kill the fucking dog. Exactly. And so possessed, Nolan's out there. He does a selfie with it, with the house burning behind him. And meanwhile, Samuel gets into, like, he's right at the edge of the prayer pit, the sensory deprivation chamber they've made out of this wood. And he tackles mom into the thing, slam the door, and he's holding her while the house is burning. So, and there's a struggle and everything, and then all of a sudden, mom opens the door and says, it's like from the scene before, did you let the darkness go? And what did you imagine?
What did you imagine? What did you imagine letting in and getting out?
It's so He says, I imagine this house gone, and I imagined all the evil gone, you know, and I imagine, and he goes in, it cuts again, and his mom turns it. See, there's a thing at the very beginning when they're out first hunting, he finds a snake skin, a big snake skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then now his mom, at the end of this prayer, as the fire's crashing in on him, like she splits and turns into this giant snake woman. So this is what I mean. I need kind of an explanation what you guys think this is. Why?
Well, that part was a little strange.
There's a meaning there, but I just want to hear what you have to say. You know,
I haven't really delved that deep into it yet.
Okay.
I think that's just the people that made this movie had a vision, and they created that vision.
You can boil it down to it's a demon. It's just it's some kind of elite demon from the other side, and that's that's into torment and is assigned to this family for whatever. They don't really flesh any of that out. Perhaps a prequel could be coming here with this, and you could do
it's like the evil of the mother. At least it's the darkness within the mother. I mean, it has something to do with the mother, because when she's the lizard monster, it still like embraces the child because it loves him. Because I mean, I hope that's the mother.
Dr. Smiley says it's got biblical meaning in it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Real Dead says a lot of Christian symbolism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, it's. If you're gonna go that way, man, just go all in with it. Don't just sprinkle a little Christianity on it and say, "Okay, there you go. There's your explanation." Come on.
Well,
man.
Sure.
They want the Christians to figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
I'll say this: they were smart enough not to try to take it to The Exorcist and do what can't be done.
All right.
Christianity did in 50 years ago.
Us heathens don't necessarily know all.
Right.
I am Catholic. That's my background with it for sure. I mean, yes, I'm not really a practicing Catholic, but that's what I did the catechism. Yes, I'm educated in the whole thing. So yes, I caught the snakes and the serpents. I know those meanings.
No, I caught the snakes and the serpent thing too, but I'm not going as far as to like. I don't know if I'm going as far as to just giving it like complete Christian belief in this movie.
And
it makes sense because of all the prayers and the blessed house and all of that. It does make sense. And the brothers, there's a ton of Christian symbolism in it, but
there's a lot of interpretation here left for you.
Sure.
And so the snake burns up, and next thing we know, the door opens again. He opens his eyes. The house is completely burned down, but it's all that area is kind of safe and protected. Yeah, sky above. Helicopters coming in. Whoa, like medical, so now we know the whole world isn't gone.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick him up, and they start flying to the metropolis. We get over the trees. There's a whole fucking world going on. There's traffic on the roads.
That copter though also flies right over the road that one of them gets to. That's still tethered at one point.
Yes,
and it's still a deserted road. So
pretty much,
the director remembered that the dog ran off, so he's like, "Shit, let me throw him in the ending scene here."
The dog's got to run down that road.
Yeah.
Now, hold on with the dog here. I ain't done with the dog because the dog runs off when the mom killed herself. And gets into that same. Remember, we talked about the little beaver dam and everything where he saw the evil where he broke his foot. Mm-hmm. The dog goes in there and sits down.
Is the dog possessed?
How the fucking that dog gonna know that those kids are up in that fucking helicopter? Dog's possessed. Dog was touched by the thing.
Dog didn't. Oh, I don't know. Maybe, but I mean, they made it clear the animals aren't.
The dog is galloping down. I mean, it's like touching. If you look at it that way, like, oh, he's going for his kids. He's still going to protect them. Nope. He's, take it to the dark road, man. That dog he went into that. Why else would they show him going into that burrow like that? What other reason?
They said it doesn't touch animals, but
again, that's my interpretation.
What's down the well, Lassie? A fucking demon.
Hey,
that's true. Yeah. I do remember seeing something about, and Real Dead just says it too.
Mm-hmm.
It said early on that the evil could not touch animals, which again, that shouldn't be a thing either. Let the dogs get possessed and die.
They still said that was her thing, though. I mean, but they don't. There's no backing up of any of these rules, whether or not what she could have added to it, where they come from, how they get handed down like this.
Sure.
How did she come to that? How did she know for sure?
BK says both of my fucking asshole dogs are possessed.
Yeah.
But then we see, he's like, "Oh my God, he's like, my brother is down there. We got to go back." And they're like, "No, we got him. He's right here." And they show the brother. He's got the same thing. He's breathing through a mask. But last we saw him, he was possessed.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But then he says the same thing that
he didn't say.
He didn't say earlier on, and I don't think he said it in this either.
She loved me more.
You hear that line. She loved me more, and talking about mom, and that was the whole thing that got the ball rolling in the beginning.
That's what
right.
Everything up.
And the picture.
Nope. Then the picture. We go back to the house, which is demolished. There's people, scavenging it, making sure there's nobody else there. The camera pans down to the Polaroid on the ground with the picture, and the picture is of Nolan smiling, that possessed fucking kid smile, the house burning behind him, and a ghostly hand on his shoulder that goes out of frame of the picture, which is probably the mom's hand, I would assume.
Snake arm, it looked like.
Yeah.
To me.
And and roll credits, the end, play that janky ass old, jug band song or whatever that they kept playing. The one album they had.
Yeah.
They kept playing during the show.
They had a record that they would there was like a special album that they would play on a full moon.
A new moon.
They would dance to it.
A new moon.
New moon.
Or a new moon, rather.
Yes. Yeah. And some old ass song that sounded like, the Soggy Bottom Boys.
My mom would probably know what it was.
Rock Candy Mountain. In the
I knew the song, but I can't remember the band or anything. So.
Right, the title, but it's that old ass one. It's an old crank stereo system that they're using with the phonograph. Yeah.
Excuse me? What?
No.
Huh?
We are supposed to compare.
No.
He just called you old, Crank.
Oh, old
Crank.
But then again,
By the way, just for whoever was asking in the comments earlier, the score is 21-13. Commanders on top right now, which is why Colonel looks the way he does.
Yes.
I will just say,
the way I do, because I was intrigued to see this movie, and the description of the third act is like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Especially,
dude, no, go see it. Or at least see it when it's on streaming.
The cabin being caught on fire. I'm like, you done fucking lost me.
It fits though, dude. It fits because he has to get the dude out. He ain't coming out of the house otherwise.
You can always make it fit. I'm just tired of fucking seeing it.
Yeah,
that's my longest running joke. I've been telling this joke since 2018.
It's Lionsgate though, and the fire absolutely plays into the absolute ending, so it's required to get there.
Fire, blah 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 blah, yeah, whatever.
So that's it. I mean,
at least Halle Berry's sister wasn't down in the basement or anything and went, "Gotcha."
Yeah, shit, right.
There. Does that make you feel better about the burning house ending?
Slightly, but still.
All right. Oh, good Lord. Dude, I was pleased by this movie. I really was. I was surprised, mostly impressed, especially with the writing and the cinematography and the direction of it all. The music was good.
Yes, we got to talk about the soundtrack. It's actually a composition that is off-putting, eerie, and very much fits these stories they're telling.
Yeah.
Did you notice it said soundtrack by Rob? No last
Rob.
name. Yeah.
Soundtrack.
I've seen him do something else though. I remember noticing his name on something else not too long ago.
Huh.
He's good.
Where was there it is. Real Dead mentioned this earlier. They said the movie overall was very predictable other than the mother thing. I know I just showed it. I'm just not going to read it, but yes, I can see that. I don't know if I would say it was overly predictable, but yeah, I mean, the basic storyline was fairly predictable, but I like the way they did it. And Real Dead, tell me your thoughts on it too. But FaZe, did you think this was overly predictable?
Not entirely, no. I mean, especially not that part that we just mentioned. But I mean, I definitely wouldn't say overly. It was, some parts were definitely a little obvious, but it was all right.
I dug the brothers twisting spots, and one that was hell bent on following the rules ended up being the one, fucking it up.
Yeah.
And then the other.
The mother thing, yes, was a big, pretty shock, for me. I guess, I don't know. I kind of agree with you and I kind of don't, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So
it's perception, man. It's all right. Like I said, there's a lot of interpretation for this film. So, I mean,
yeah, that's true. And there is a lot of different.
I don't know if I
mean, now I want to survive that fire down there in that cellar, just breathing all that smoke.
Because it's a blessed room.
I know, but like Jesus.
Exactly. Jesus was in that room with him and he survived.
I think that is the implication.
Exactly. Jesus saves. Don't you remember those bumper stickers all over the place in the 80s?
They do.
I remember
Jesus was a part of the
Slayer song, Jesus Saves.
Pretty sure Jesus was a part of the prayer they were saying, or
no, I don't think he was. I think it was just kind of implied. I don't think the name was spoken.
I thought he was, but man,
cleansed it. And I mean, it's the Christianity
in Jesus' name did something, but I could have misheard that or something.
Well, okay, at the end of the prayer, yeah, okay. Yeah, I got you there. I want to go back and watch this again at some point with, going through and looking at all the symbols and the religious stuff. I get the. Every time I'm about to say something, Real Dead comments.
You're underwater there, buddy.
And he's back.
Every time I'm about to say something, Real Dead comments. It's like they're. Who are you, Real Dead? The symbolism was the safe place, was the Garden of Eve, and the snake, the devil, was allowed in by not obeying the rules. Yeah. Okay.
Adam and Eve.
I see what you could be saying there. And I definitely snake from the snake skin outside and Halle Berry turning into the snake-like creature at the end.
That's what I mean, though. You know what I mean? That's where it kind of was like, that's the only thing I found a little hokey. It was kind of like, I get it, but what you defeated the evil? They left so much open there, I mean, there was just so much left just to get it just right, to what their intention was there. So many ways at it, man.
Well, and different interpretations of, Christianity in and of itself will give you different interpretations of the movie in and of itself.
That's why people are going to be talking about this movie for a minute, I think.
That's one of them. There's Elvira.
Elvira.
Speaking of Hellspawn.
She's coming straight by her asshole like most cats do.
Dad, look.
Colonel,
it's true.
If you were out of food and there was an apocalypse going on, would you eat Elvira?
Of course.
You better say no.
No, he said
of
course.
Start with the asshole.
I would.
God damn it. I would come steal Elvira from you.
I want to move her, but at the same time, like, no. But no, I definitely would. Like I said, if it's her, my kids are gonna fuck it.
Oh, don't move her. I was about to womb.
If it's her or your kids, I mean, fine, but god
There you
damn it.
go.
There you go. Bam!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cat asshole right there.
Thanks, Elvira.
That's
We love you.
That's the best you've contributed all night there, Colonel.
Or at least I do. All these guys are saying delete you.
What can I contribute? Let's talk about this movie you didn't see. Okay.
Nice.
Oh God. Oh yeah, leave her right there because I
Oh
might.
my god.
I've got my hand on the trigger button just any time.
I'm just gonna put my mouse over it. Like, there
Oh
we
my
go.
God. Bill, do you have the sudden urge to shave that asshole?
That's an inspiration for Bill. He's like,
Oh God. All right. Final thoughts, guys. Ziggy, start on final thoughts and ranking. Final thoughts and ranking. Bam.
Yeah, man.
God damn
Dead
it.
ass.
the fucking BK told me to give her a pinky. Fuck it.
Know what? Cat butt.
Oh my god. I need to retire.
Yes. Yep. There's
Go, Ziggy.
Uh-huh. I'll leave that alone. I could have pushed something there. I'm not going to. Yeah, man. I did not really think this movie was going to be. I thought this would just be another on the heap movie. You know, okay, we're gonna show you this scary stuff. They got the rope concept, but man, they tell a pretty fucking captivating story here, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. All religion shit aside, you know, I wish they would have gone just a little bit different route with it, with the snake imagery stuff. But what are you gonna do? You can't make everybody happy. I think they mostly got it right with this movie. It's definitely worth a watch. I've been going back and forth while we've been talking about this the whole fucking night, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and say 8. Crank's dying over there.
It's just comments.
Crank,
Crank, you're like muted.
807.
Can't hear you, man.
I can't unmute
hear
it.
you.
Nothing.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm over here laughing. Grizzly says, final thoughts. Don't want to know about my friend's asshole.
Yeah.
And BK says, at what time exactly did it go off the fucking rails? Yeah.
8:04.
Immediately.
8:04.
Message from Colonel's cat.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought he was going to play Ferris Bueller. Asshole.
Ah,
I thought he was going to play this and say, this is what Elvira says to him every morning to wake him up.
Smell my ass.
oh god.
Even better.
Damn it.
Oh
Jesus
God.
Christ.
And by the way, Real Dead gives it 5 being average. We gave it a 5. All right.
Okay.
Oof. Let me know what your top 3 is of the year so far. Then I'm curious to see where we're at there.
Long legs number 2.
Phase. Final thoughts and rankings, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely enjoyed this one too. I walked out very happy. I was not expecting much. I was expecting it to be another shitter, like a bunch of movies have been this year. But no, I'm pleasantly happy. It's easily going to be in the top 5. Score, I think I'm going to match Ziggy and go with 8. It's a good. It's solid. It's a little strange here and there, and I'm a little tired of all these demon films just going that Christian religion route. But it's really subtle here.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that's
to
what
the
demons
point
are.
where it's like unnoticeable, right? But you know what I mean. Like, just demons in general are getting a little overused.
I really would have liked to have seen a little more actual responsibility of the demon and stuff. Like, what's
Sure.
what's your trip, bro? What's
But
bro?
minus some of the clunk, it's really good, you know. So yeah, good solid 8. It's very worth a watch. The cinematography alone is a 10. I mean, fuck.
It is moody as shit, man. They did a great job with that.
You guys are killing me in the fucking comments tonight.
Oh, it's been
483 of them.
wow.
Jesus, really?
Easily.
We're easy gonna break 500.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of assholes, Aaron says, I have an asshole who only Michael Jackson would love.
Okay.
Asshole.
What? All right.
Asshole.
On that one.
Wow.
Damn it. All right. Dude, like I said, I went in low, maybe not the lowest, but pretty fucking low expectations. Because I hadn't really seen much about this one. Ooh. Hold on. We'll come back to my final thoughts. Real Dead says long legs, oddity, immaculate.
Of course, long legs is on there. Out with the bitch.
I agree with you on oddity 100%. Long legs is like a couple.
Which dropped on Shudder this Friday, by the way.
Yes, it's coming out.
So I will be watching.
Oddity.
Yeah. So I finally get to see that.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, cool. I'll catch that too.
I don't know if I would put Immaculate that high. I think Immaculate's in my top 12 or 15, but
it's out of my top 10.
So there's two reasons why I'd put Immaculate that high.
Long legs is in there, though. I got that in there. Yeah.
Very good, Colonel. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was a hard choice to watch Immaculate. Anyway. Final thoughts on this one. Again, low expectations and blew those expectations away. Now, maybe that's why. And I think both these guys had semi-low expectations for this one too. Maybe that's why partially we're ranking this one a little bit higher than normal. But I think Halle Berry was great. I think the kids were, again, kid actors. Kids were excellent in their roles. I'd like to see it again and really study it because, like we said at the top, this was a last-minute thing. You know, we basically kind of, made up a backup plan last night.
Right, because I had to go and all of a sudden go, oh, so now I got to catch this before work.
Right. So, but this one really surprised me. Alexander Aja, excellent director. Excellent director. Damn. Really pleased with most of the stuff I've seen him do, and this is no worse. I'm sticking with these guys, and I can't believe it, but 8. So 8's across the board, man.
Across the board, baby.
I was torn between 8 and 8.5, but it's on the low end of the 8 scale.
I was, like I said, I was down as low as like 7 with this thing, and I had to really ponder it for a while at work while I was sitting there. And I realized that it's stronger than there's more layers to it than what it seems. So I'm not exactly delighted with some of the choices, but it's fucking strong, man. It's worth an 8.
All right. Yeah. I thought this was far above average for what's come out this year. Especially.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Night fucking Swim, The Crow, shit like that.
Well, those are like 2s.
Yeah, man. I mean,
or 3s.
My point is, we've been beaten over the head with a lot of bad films this year already. So I say this is a good year for horror too. There's been a lot of good ones. There's a lot of entries.
It's pretty top heavy this year. Not seeing this, I still say it's pretty top heavy. Then after a while, it's like shit. But
this is sitting at 5 right now, I think, on my list overall.
I mean, I'll have to pull it up, but I would say the majority of what I've watched this year is 7 and up. And I've seen 50 plus movies this year.
I recall
already
a couple of 5s.
I've had a few 5s. Real Dead wants to know what is your scale of average and above average? Like 4 to 6 is average. Above average is 6 and up. Below average, 4 and down.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm a 7 guy on the average. I think 7.5, 6.5. I'm in that range when it works.
my list isn't.
This isn't bad though. This is definitely at least one fucking watch. It's worth that, you know.
Yeah.
You're muted again.
Am I?
No, you're not.
No.
Maybe you were deep
I'm not.
fishing again. Might have been
No,
tide coming in.
I'm on another page.
Oh, that's it. Then.
That's probably it. Where did I put? Yeah, I had Immaculate at a 7. Okay, there's the first 6. Yeah, I have 19 films, 7 and higher. So, if that tells you anything, I'll find one that was a 5 to tell you. The Deliverance, 5. In a Violent Nature, 5. Trap, 5.
Trap was a 5 for me.
I hate to say it, Stream, 5. I wasn't overly impressed with Stream. It was fun, but I don't really see myself going back and watching that on a multiple time viewing.
Probably gonna become a franchise. I mean, looks like he's
They're
making
thinking
enough
about it.
waves. Yeah, he's making enough waves to get that done. This one was cool, man.
Yeah. Tarek says 2024 has been exciting for the genre. I'll say that much, which makes it a good year by default. Yeah.
There's a lot of entries.
That's all we got.
Yeah, never let go.
Yeah, I mean,
across the board.
I would say if you haven't seen it, go check it out, or at least see it whenever it hits theaters or streaming. I mean, because yeah, I think it's worth a view. So, and it sounds like all of us do, except for Colonel, who says "fuck the Commanders" right now. Ooh. Damn, I didn't realize that happened in the last like 60 seconds.
Back-to-back weeks.
Oh.
Same place. Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway.
I'm like fucking Rob Schneider from Little Nicky. We suck again. Like that was a good 2-year run.
Poor Colonel.
Well, guys, next week, I'm not sure how we're going to pull this off. And we're going to have to do some on the fly figuring it out. But oh shit. Yeah. Next week we're going to be at Morgan Crypt Horror Fest in Isleta Resort and Casino in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. September 27th through the 29th. We're there all weekend. And then Monday we're going to do, we've never done this, so I don't know how we're going to pull this off. But we're doing a live Monday Maniacs live. But we're doing it in front of a live audience. That's how I need to say it. I haven't figured out how to say this yet. It's still going to be streaming to those of you that aren't in Albuquerque. But if you are in Albuquerque, we're going to be live at Chiba Subs on Manal Drive. So look up that address. I don't have it for you right this second.
It's on Manal, y'all.
It's on Manal, y'all. Chiba Subs. I can't even say it. Chiba Subs on Manal, y'all.
Chiba Hut.
Sounds like they're a friendly place, my kind of place.
Yes, it's a sub shop with a full bar. So two of my
Everyone's
favorite
correcting you, Chiba Hut.
But Chiba Hut. Okay.
That's what it's called here too. It's up here in Madison.
Well, why didn't you correct me then? Fuck.
I thought it was called Chiba Subs down there, like you said on the fucking Facebook chat.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm flying by the seat of my fucking pants right now.
Well, we got 6 corrections here, and 5 of them are errors.
I see him now. I see him now. Stop it. Anyway, we'll be at Chiba Hut. Albuquerque time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, 8 to 10. And we're going to try to figure out how to do this in front of a live audience. We'll probably even bring some of the audience up on stage from time to time. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And our topic will be just a recap of the Morgan Crypt Fest. So if you go to the Morgan Crypt Horror Fest, come on down to Chiba Hut on Monday night and join us. And maybe you'll get to share your thoughts live with the Death Curse Society audience. Is that exciting or what, Ziggy?
I'm digging it, man. That's something we've never done before. I mean, yeah, we kind of did a broadcast out of Connecticut at one time, but we haven't done it like this where it's like the Death Curse Society fucking show from the road on a sidewalk outside of a place. So this should be fucking pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll be honest, it's not going to happen. But if there's a live mugging on air, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about Albuquerque. That shit could happen anywhere. I just think it'd be fucking hilarious. Or if you got a real live version of the wah guy.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to have a wah guy just come out of nowhere and stand behind us and be like, nah.
Incoming message from New Mexico for Colonel.
Fuck you!
The whole state.
Yeah.
You need somebody stand up behind you, be like, fuck her right in the pussy. Like that one guy, bring it back.
Baba Booey.
Nice.
No.
It's going to be cool. What do you think, Face?
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun time, man. I'm super excited for Morgan Crypt. It's been looking forward to it all summer. It's finally here, baby.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Only a few days.
Busta had to do both gigs last week, too. And what's the matter?
Something's wrong with my computer.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Got some issues?
Hold on. What the hell happened? Did you do that?
No.
That wasn't one of your just mystery elongated fuck you drops? What
No. I don't have the meaning behind that. That dude.
All right. That was creepy.
This weekend's going to get weird.
I think that was another one of those undercover Dr. Smiley videos. I'm a little scared. Hopefully Dr. Smiley doesn't fucking show up on Monday. I'll just be that.
Well, he'll be there right in the flesh.
Doesn't he have like
an exam? That'd be interesting.
Doesn't he have like a P. Diddy party to go to or something?
Yeah. I saw the tanker full of baby oil heading that way. So,
yep. See, Colleen's right there. She says Albuquerque is not safe.
Damn.
Not with that kind of shit going on.
Certainly not.
Good Lord. Anyway,
yes.
Find out what the hell is going on with Dr. Smiley at the Morgan Crypt Horror Fest this coming weekend. And then, Colonel, you haven't said much, so why don't you send them out for the night?
Well, it was a lot of fun listening to you guys talk. That's more fun than bullshit I'm watching on TV. So, gentlemen, have safe travels on the road. Please, by all means, make sure anytime you stop and use the restroom at the airport, not only wash your hands, wash your dick. I don't want any of you guys getting sick and having that muck and spreading it around at Morgan Crypt. You don't need to do that to those poor, fine people of Albuquerque. And ladies, speaking of Morgan Crypt, I know it's a dry heat, but don't smell like Scuba Steve used Summer's Eve.
It's finally going to be cooler down there this year. So
yeah, 95.
No, it's like in the 80s. next week
that'll
or
be
this
one.
weekend. Yeah. And low 60s at night. So,
dude, like I said, those sidewalks and roads were all absorbing that heat all day long. It was like walking across the fucking stove at 2 a.m.
yeah,
Yeah.
and bouncing it off.
Yep.
Oh man. Well, I'm kind of glad that the football game was on tonight because watching Colonel go from
Touchdown
to
He can still come back, but dude, like I said, unlike most people, I'm a lifelong Bengals fan. I know more about losing than I do winning. It's fine. It's whatever.
well, Colonel, wish we could have you out there in Albuquerque this next
Yeah, me
weekend,
too.
but we'll miss you.
Oh, they've already vowed.
Third year charm, hopefully.
There will be a Morgan Crypt 3, and they said the Colonel will be there.
At this point, I might have to bring KIDSs at this point. I don't want to, though.
The Colonel will be there in year 3, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Hey, fuck you, Grizz.
It's like a leap year is when I show up. Like,
Right. Oh man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get there. We're gonna have such a blast there, and we're gonna have almost the full 5 days of a little bit of work and a whole lot of fun to do.
You guys are going to be fucking sick of us after this one, man. Jeez.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be like, Tuesday morning, waking us up on your couch and being like, what time do you need to be at the airport?
Yeah, airport.
get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right.
They added 2 hours to my layover that day, too.
Oh Lord. Well, and FaZe gets there like 5 hours early.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, after last time, I've had my flight get delayed by 8 hours. I'm getting there early.
That's true. That may actually, you may map that out just about right because you're
about right.
You're scheduled at 11:30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I should get there by 9, 10 p.m.
Yeah, you'll land at 6, and then your luggage will land at 9:30.
Right.
We're gonna have to go find wait a minute. I'll probably just get out there then too because I think I leave at noon or something like that.
No, you land at 4. I thought
I land at 4, but when we leave,
yeah,
I'm the last one in on fucking. Fuck yeah, where was that? Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
Where we got FaZe got finally dropped in, and he's like, "Give me the fucking vape." He had the demon voice on without the pitch shifter, man. It was like, holy shit, here. He's hitting it inside the airport. That's how enraged he was.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, I haven't seen him that mad in a while.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And, man, we forgot to say this, but Tarek says I might miss the next couple shows. Just got a new house. Going to be busy. Love you guys. And, yes, congratulations on the new house.
Mazel tov.
Oh, yeah, LTK.
We'll see you when you get back, man. No worries.
Anyway, tune in for what might be the calamity of the decade. Us trying to pull off a live show in front of a live audience and also for you guys. Who knows if all the bells and whistles are going to work? Who knows if anything is going to work?
This could be a motherfucking epic train wreck. Ultimately, end of the career of the DCS could happen this coming Monday. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know if it would end our career, but it would definitely make me want to invest in better traveling internet, or if that happens to be the case, or a better speaker, or better microphones. Yeah. So
it's an experiment in terror.
It is
Monday. From where?
You guys sound like shit with just the two of you in Zag's basement. So just
Chiba Hut.
Yes, Chiba Hut.
I'll take extra Chiba, please.
Chiba Hut.
Yeah,
I used to eat there all the time in my local one.
Sounds like a fun place, man. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, Ziggy, send them out. Have you done that yet?
I haven't.
Well, then go.
New Mexico, your time has come. And so here we are. Be in your face in just a few days. I can't wait. And we're saving it all up just for you guys. So we'll see you in a couple of days, man. Just a couple of days.
That's right. Phase.
That's right.
Morgan Crypt, baby. Here we come. New Mexico. Looking forward to it. Maybe we'll go up the tram again. We'll see how much free time we have. Well, I'm going to be there until Tuesday, so we'll see.
Forgot about that.
Didn't
we're bouncing early?
Didn't we die on the tram last year?
You died on
Yeah,
the
so
tram?
let's die on the tram again. Let's have a good time.
I don't think we can pull that out. We got to find those clips too, and we got to break those out.
Totally. So yeah, to everybody watching, thank you. Hope to see you again next week when we're live at the Chiba Hut. Some weed-themed sandwiches. It should be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And before we go, Crank, be sure to thank the members this time.
Okay. Did I not last week?
Nope.
Oh. Well, let's thank the members then, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to the final girls and guys. Christy, I had my hand on the button like I was ready to go, but
fair enough.
You threw me off that I didn't last time. All right. Thanks to the final girls and guys. Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert, our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn Enchilada Pod. And, of course, our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck, Chick, Dave, Canadian Dave, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. You can become a member at deathcursesociety.com. Scroll on over to the membership page. And also, if you haven't already and you're in the Albuquerque area and you're going to Morgan Crypt, go over to the Curse Your Luck tab and sign up for the world's only horror-themed trivia game show, Curse Your Luck, which will be performing September 28th and 29th at the Isleta Resort and Casino for Morgan Crypt. You can sign up to be a contestant right now on that website.
That's right.
And if I give you guys a hint right now, I highly doubt one of the answers is 10,000.
I think about 6 of the answers are going to be 10,000.
They have
I'm
to be.
going to make a question that says the answer is 10,000 now to make sure.
And of course, thanks to our associate producer, C-Phase. Let's go, because I'm ready to pack up the car and get on the road to Albuquerque.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to stand on the porch in my underwear and eat fucking grams and just stare at the neighbors.
Well, fair enough.
Thanks
for watching, guys.
By looking at them.
Sorry.
Hey, where'd Elvira go?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Probably another one.
I was wanting to get one more cat butt zoom right
Of
before.
course. Why not?
Why not? Anyway, thanks for watching, gang. We will see you live next week in the flesh.
Oh, I hear it.
Catch you next week. Woo!
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish a bet was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. Asshole!